In this lecture, we're going to use LM Studio, and I'm going to show you how we can interact with the large language models on your computer completely offline. So at this point, you should have downloaded a bunch of different LLMs in the previous lectures. And you can find those LLMs pretty easily. You can directly interact with them. So if you see on the left side, you have the left side of the panel of LM Studio, you have Home, Search, AI Chat, Local Server, and the My Models. So you can click on My Models and you'll see all the ones that you have on your computer. So make sure you do this. By the way, you might not have this panel here. It might be somewhere else because depending on when you're watching that video, this software, LM Studio, keeps changing and updating the user interface. Having said that, you can see that the name, each row is the name of one model. So I downloaded a lot of them, and many of them are actually the same ones. For example, as you can see, I have Obsidian, but I have two of them here. One is 2 gigs and one is 5 gigs. So that's the difference, but it works the same way. All right. Having said that, I want you to take a look, let's say, at Mistral. So that's a text prompt input, and it has, and this column here says what type of adapter needs to be used to interact with it. So basically, every model interacts differently. For example, this is a text prompt, and it has different parameters to send to be able to get a reply than another one, for example, than Llama 2, right? So that's why the Meta AI Llama 2 chat has a chat specifically here. But feel free to change, and you can even create your own chat system. So that's the great thing. I don't want to go too much into details because you can create presets. You can even download someone else's preset, but that's for another lecture here. That's like more advanced. Right now, we just want to do the very minimal things. Okay, so we can interact with any of those. Let's go ahead and interact with Llama 2. So how would I do that? Well, I'm going to go inside of the chat here. So there's like a bubble with 3 dots, AI chat. And here, I'm going to select which one I want. So you might not see what I see here, but those are the ones you have on your machine. And let's say I want to interact with Llama 2, and I'm going to interact with one that's about, let's say this one, 3.6 gigs. So it's not too big, it's not too small. So the reply would be quick enough, but not too inaccurate. Because again, the bigger, the more, the longer it takes to generate the tokens, but the more weights the language model has, which means that it has a more accurate or better answer. Okay, so here we go. I have an untitled chat, and the user is basically me, and we can ask a question. So what is a large language model? Literally, and then press enter to send. Here we go. So now it's thinking and it's looking, as you can see, to generate the answer. And this is generating the answer from the model. As you can see, excellent question. LLM is a type of artificial intelligence model that is trained on vast amount of text, blah, blah, and so on, right? So as you can see, all of this is being done completely offline. So I know that's great. By the way, I'm going to stop generating because that's just for a test. And let's say you want to test something else. And by the way, before even testing something else, I want to show you that I'm going to create a new chat. So I click on new chat. And here I'm going to ask the exact same question. What is a large language model? Why? Because I want to show you that the answer is going to be different. All right, and which is the purpose of of those AI models. As you can see, it says, great, I'm glad you're interested in learning more about blah, 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 and so on. As you can see, it's totally different than the other one. I'm going to stop generating, but if I go back to this one, as you can see, it says, an excellent question. And here it says, great, as you can see. And if you keep asking, obviously, it's just like a person in the sense that it will the seeds are different, so it will never have the same answer. Obviously, it's saying quite the same thing, but in a different way. All right, so now again, I told you that I'm going to change the model. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to select a different model. Here I was in the Llama 2. I'm going to go and select the Mistral Instruct 1. There we go. And now, as you can see, it's loading. So it might take a while because this one is 4 gigs, so it takes a little bit longer. And by the way, once you're done with it, you can just click on eject model, which basically is removing it from memory. All right, so here we go. I have it, so I'm going to create a new chat and I'm going to interact with this model. So again, what is a large language model? Press enter. And as you can see, this one has a very different answer. The other one had like some kind of a, was trying to be a bit more human, by saying, oh, great question or like excellent question. Here, this one is more straightforward, right? It's more like textbook answer. A large language model is a type and so on. All right, so I'm going to stop here, keep exploring, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture. Thank you.